Bezrat Hashem, the Zohar this morning is telling us, Vayomer Adonai Moshe, Bo el Paro, ki ani ichbadti et libo. Hashem is telling Moshe Rabbeinu in the parasha of Bo, come to Paro, speak with him, because I made his heart harder, and he's not going to want to send you. So, Be'emet, if you see, the first plagues, Moshe was trying to convince Paro to send out the Jews, and every time Paro would harden his heart, he says, no, 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 no. Starting the 6th plague, Paro wanted to send the Jews, and Hashem hardened his heart. But where is the free will? We always say a man has a free will. Just for you to understand. When we say free will, and we say also, God knows exactly what you're about to do. This is not a contradiction between the two things. Hashem knows what you're going to do, but He doesn't stop you, or He doesn't push you to do what you want to do, and it doesn't take away your free will. You can do whatever you want. You choose to do whatever you want. God knows what you're going to do, but that does not interfere with your action, with your thoughts. So therefore, even though He knows, you have still the free will to do whatever you want. Certain times, Hashem would take away from somebody the option to make teshuvah. For example, in the case of Paro, what happened exactly over here? 5 times, 5 chances. God sent Moshe Rabbeinu to him, telling him, send the Jews. You saw the water became blood. You saw the frogs came out of the Nile. You saw the earth turned into lice. You saw all these things. So send the Jews. And he said, no, 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 no. So Hashem told him, starting the 6th plague, I'm going to make your heart hard and like a rock, and you're not going to want to send them. But where's the free will? Even a goy has a free will. Where is the free will? Says the Maimonides, no, just the opposite. Paro was already scared from God. And when you're scared, you do things that you really don't want to do. So what does Hashem do? He hardens his heart so you should not be scared from him. And then he can do what he really wants to do. And in this case, Paro would not send the Jews out because this is really what he wanted. So he says over here, Hashem is telling Moshe, Bo el Paro, come to Paro because I harden his heart. But you're going to see he's not going to send the Jews. So he says over here, how much a person should always be careful to do what the Torah tells you, to go in the ways of the Torah. Why? Because if you're so hard and you always say no, 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 you're always against what the Torah says, you're always against ad halachot, you're always against what the rabbi said, in a certain point, you're going to reach a point that you would want to do the right thing, and maybe min hashamayim, they won't let you do the right thing because maybe you don't deserve it, like Paro in this case. So it says over here, but if you do things, but you don't do in the right ways, says the Zohar Kadosh, kama tamar, yesh alav malach melitz echad mine elef. You should know, each angel is divided to 1,000 pieces. Now you do an action, you create an angel, and in those 1,000 pieces, if you have one piece which is something good, the angel becomes your lawyer. In Shamayim, he's going to stand up for you. But it's only one piece out of 1,000. Okay, you bought yourself a lawyer, right? What does it mean? It means that you're doing a mitzvah, but you really don't want to do it, and you do it because you want to show off, or you do it because you want people not to talk about you. So you're really not doing it in for the sake of doing. You're doing it for the other things. But really, a small part of you really wants to do that, right? So in this case, the angel that you create, every time you do a mitzvah, you create an angel. This angel is divided into 1,000 pieces, and you fill out the pieces. If you do it be'elev shalem, completely, the way it should be, the angel is complete. If not, 50% is complete. But even 1 out of 1,000, right, is also an angel which is going to stand. Just the Chafetz Chaim explaining us, listen, when you're going to need a lawyer for a big case, are you going to take any lawyer? Or are you going to take somebody that is renowned, somebody who knows what he's doing? You're not going to take anything. It's the same thing. After 120, when you're going to need a lawyer, this angel that you created, yes, it's a lawyer, but it's 1 out of 1,000. And the accusation is going to be 1,000%. So how is this angel, which is so weak and small, how is he going to stand in front of the accusations of the other bad angels who are accusing you doing wrong? So we have always interest to do angels, but they should be strong angels. But still, doing something is also something. Don't think that doing something is nothing, and either you do it or you don't do it. That's wrong. A Jew should never think like this. You know, if somebody eats, the Gemara teaches us the following. If somebody eats a sandwich, and this sandwich is not kosher, somebody comes over to him and he tells him, do you know this sandwich is not kosher? So now this person ate already 80% of the sandwich. There's a small piece left. So you can say two things. You can say, listen, I ate already everything. One more bite and I'm going to finish it. So what's the big deal? Already I did the sin. Or the person can say, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know that. And you're right, I should not eat that. And he stops right there. You should know, stopping right there before eating the last piece, God takes it in consideration and he takes away your sin. Why? Because it's called doing tshuva. Even though it's a small piece, nothing left. You ate already the whole sandwich, is not kosher. But doing something is something. Don't think that doing something small does not mean anything. In the eyes of Shamayim, even doing something small, this is very big thing. So let's give importance also to the small things, because in Shamayim they are big. Baruch Adonai Le'olam. Amen ve'amen.